Let's move to Europe. There, they seem to have forgotten about creation and, obeying the wishes of Washington, continue economic suicide. Germany has been brought to its knees, experts and analysts say, with increasing frequency. Once Europe's most powerful industrial state is being turned into an agrarian appendage. At the first stage, Germany was cut off from the Russian pipe, but now the nuclear power plant is being destroyed and its largest enterprises are being seized. And White House is changing the balance of power in the European Union in manual mode. The first place is given to an amenable Warsaw, which is ready for any adventures regardless of their consequences. Andrzej Sych tells more about geopolitical transformation which also affect our country. The White House is consolidating the colonial position of the European Union. The growing problems of the American economy are exported on the shoulders of the European inhabitants. Against the backdrop of the energy crisis, the comprador German government has said goodbye to the peaceful Atom. The Scholz government has shut down the last 3 nuclear power plants. The world's largest producer is turned into an appreciative consumer of American goods. I'm Andrzej Sych. This is the screenshot. Let's figure things out. Germany's green government is converting the country to wind turbines and boilers, and the paid green lobbyists in their impulses to destroy German industry go to the point of outright absurdity.
Of course, nuclear power in the networks always leads to clogs. Sometimes when you travel through the countryside, you wonder why the wind blows so hard. For example, in Saxony-Anhalt, and the wind turbines don't spin, all because electricity from the nuclear power plants clogs up the grid, because these plants cannot be switched on and off at the snap of a finger.
The day after Germany closed its own nuclear power plants, it dramatically increased its imports of electricity from France. The subtlety of this green U-turn lies in the nuances of French power industry. More than 70% of electricity is generated by nuclear power plants. That said, there are reasonable doubts that wind turbines in Saxony-Anhalt are now free for the speed of rotation. The Americans and the Anglo-Saxons in general, of course, have a big advantage from these events, and the fact is that this agenda here in Germany is dictated by, let's say, the Greens, the Reds, and so on. It does suggest that our politicians are not acting in the interests of their own country. German industry is forced to react to these signals. High energy prices encourage companies to relocate to stable regions. According to a survey by the German Chamber of Commerce, 1 in 10 companies is planning to move its production to the United States. BMW is investing 1.7 billion euros to modernize and expand its plant in South Carolina. Volkswagen and Audi are following the well-trodden path and fleeing Germany in search of a better life. Siemens is building a new plant in the US as well. Germany's green transition is being achieved by total deindustrialization. The goods and products that German industry provides are becoming uncompetitive in the market. That is, the whole energy price spiral has affected the fact that companies in the energy-intensive sector are looking to curtail production in Germany and move it to other, more favorable countries where the price of electricity is much lower. Against this backdrop, politicians who are guided by national interests are playing with other colors. The Hungarian government extended the agreement with Russia on additional gas supplies and negotiated a preferential payment schedule for the bulk of the fuel. The Orban government is pushing ahead with the construction of the PAX 2 nuclear power plant and is open for mutually beneficial cooperation. Hungary is even attracting German manufacturers, which raises hysteria in the White House. They are already threatening with sanctions for the implementation of independent policy. We want to develop nuclear power in Hungary. This is the future. Budapest will not allow to impose any sanctions on nuclear energy. Cooperation with Belarus in this field is very important to us because they have their own plant. The Belarusians are 7 to 8 years ahead of us. We would like to take advantage of their experience. The European Union is bursting at the seams and many are well aware of it. The principle of the European consensus as the main pillar of integration did not work for a long time. There is a vacancy in the Berlin-Paris axis, and Budapest has an opportunity to take a special place in one of the future European unions.